Look like a 4-year-old cut the 3-year-olds here, but your products are crap. Oh, maybe? Well, I'll be damned! Look at this. Look at this crap. Look like a 4-year-old cut the 3-year-olds here with a machine. Oh my god. Yeah, the lawnmower got back again. Just started doing the same thing as I showed you earlier in the video, and it just so it made this a patch job, you could say. So I just turned it in. So I don't have a robo mower anymore. So I guess we're gonna have some grass here. I'm gonna have to get those goats now to cut the grass, I guess. I bet you they're more easy to care for than that mower I had, the Ecovacs. Yeah, whack. But that's gone. I got my money back, and I'm looking for a new one because I want a robo mower. I have an old mower, but I don't want to mow the grass. I like the look when the robot has done it. So much neater when I do it than when I do it. But that's where we are now. No robots. And there was something wrong with them, those mowers. Not exactly the problem I had. My problem was, as I showed you, it just like there was something wrong with the motors or something. But the guy I turned it into, where I bought it, he said that's a battery. It's usually the problem. They worked fine here last year, but over winter the battery didn't take a charge, or just minimal charge. So I think everybody who got those mowers have returned them. But oh, the free-range cows are here. I hear the bills up in the forest. I haven't seen them this year, just heard them. But anyway, yeah, so I turned it in, and was no problem. They just took it, my money back. No questions asked, almost. I just had to tell them what I did. But so now the goat house is empty. That means goat in Norwegian, or the goat, I guess. But that mower was not the goat at all. It was the worst mower of all time, I think. But yeah, all these patches it left. It actually did quite a lot for the way it worked in the last few days here. You can see just patches everywhere. I don't know. Luckily I could turn back, but now I'm without the mower, so I'm looking maybe the big tank thing, not the Yarbo, but the Limo. That looks interesting. The Yarbo is too expensive. The Limo is also expensive, but I guess that will cope with this slope, for example, and the slope here by the porch here. And I have some other patches too, where it's quite steep, and yeah, I shouldn't have bought that thing. Actually, I just bought it because it was cheap. I couldn't afford. That thing was about $1,700. And as I said, I wanted to buy a Husqvarna. That time, I don't think I want that anymore, because they only had one with the 4-wheel drive, and that cost $6,500. Over 60,000 Norwegian kroners. So that's a good question. But the limo costs 44,000 Norwegian, about $4,500. So this is the slope I'm talking about. I have a drainage ditch here from the parking here that goes down there, and the last mower just down here all the time. Even though this is all of this from, you see this drainage here, all of this is a no-go zone. Not up there, but this place, and all the way over here up to there, that's a no-go zone. But it just wouldn't listen to me. And maybe if I get that tank thing, it can cut this too. You see, it's quite steeper. I really won't show it justice, but this I just cut with one of those weed whacker things. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get the old girl out. I'll show you that thing later here. So if anybody wants to sponsor me with a robotic lawnmower, please, I'm up for it. Must be 4-wheel drive though, or tank tracks. Yeah, probably not with the views I got, so. But that's okay. I'm gonna buy one, but I'm gonna try one thing. I've seen YouTubers do this trick. Let's see now. Please, if anybody wants to sponsor me with a new lawnmower, you can just do it with a no. 3 times, maybe? No! What's this? But that's not what I wanted. That's not even robotic lawnmower. What is this? A Jonsered 3.5 horsepower. Let's see. Jonsered 446 RD. Nice. Well, it's a lawnmower. So I guess the gods blessed us with this thing then. I'm just kidding, guys. This is the old one I talked about. Oh my god. Old reliable. This thing is old. I was gifted this when my daughter was 1 year old, I think. We lived somewhere else up in Valley here. Rented a place. And the guy who owned the house, and he lived upstairs, him and his wife was going to move, so they sold the house, and then he gifted me this lawnmower. He didn't want to take it to where I think they moved to an apartment, so he didn't need it. But he gifted me this, and it was old then, 18 years ago. I have no idea what year this is, but it's a really good lawnmower for what it does. It starts. That's the thing. It always starts. I don't know now. It's been sitting for, I don't think I used it last year. And I've had many lawnmowers in between this. Ride-on mowers, robotic. I have 2 robotic, one Husqvarna and Ecovacs. I don't like that thing. That's why I say that. I'm sorry, Ecovacs, if you're watching, but your products are crap. That's just the way it is. But that's another thing. But this thing, yeah, always starts and just works. Even has a hole here, so the bag doesn't fill up as quickly. So we get a little bit of mulching, I guess. I think there should be a mulching plug, but we have this thing that closes the hole. Because now the lawn isn't that bad, I don't need to bag this thing. I just need to go over those rough patches. But let's see if this thing starts. Hopefully it does. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Cold. This doesn't seem right, does it? That's not good. Is this stuck? think I'm gonna have to... That's okay, but this thing... Oh! I think I'm gonna have to put some lubricant in the wire here. That one slides good at least. Oh. Oh, it's really stuck in there. Let's see if we can get this thing to start sliding again. It's bubbling, so it's going in. It's a good sign, isn't it? Oh, it's really stuck in there. It's almost rubbed through here. You see? Right there. It's been rubbing against the frame, I think. So I can see some rust there. Well, I need to work on this. I'm gonna take it in the garage and see if I can do anything. Just some rust penetration stuff. I should have started with this, not the lubricant, but oh well. It's really stuck. I guess I can get another cable, but that's 3 hours away. A round trip. I was down there today delivering that the robo mower. So I could have gotten one. But I didn't know about this then. Because I thought I was going to buy a new one today, but they didn't have anything. They just had small little things for those city lawns. A little square patch. Perfectly square little thing. And I don't need those kind of mowers. I've learned my lesson now. Hopefully. I don't know. I have such greasy fingers now. Can I take this thing off? Just keep dousing it, I guess. Isn't that what you say? Dousing? Dousing it in penetrating oil? I don't know. Whatever it's called, I'm doing it. I guess you don't have to watch this. I'll show you if I get it to slide again. Well, I guess a little bit of gentle heating. No! I need to have something to... I don't have... My voice thing is ruined. I can't clamp it down, I think. Or maybe I can. Maybe I'll have to go and check that. Oh, I don't need this thing. Let's see now. No, it's stuck. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to this. Just in better days. This was an old thing that was here when I bought the place. And it worked good for many years. Many a wheel bearing has been pushed out with this thing. Since I don't have one of those presses. So, yeah, here's the thing that's actually gonna go in here. Well, maybe. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, I can open it. Maybe that's a bad thing, because if I can't close it again, it's gonna touch the side of the car. This is rust penetrating, and this is not lubricant, so I don't know if this is gonna work, but hey. Now that's a plier, isn't it? It goes into there, but then it stops, okay? Whoa! Why is that? Anybody know what this is? Eh? Let me know in the comments if you know what these are used for. It's car related, I can tell you that much. I don't think the muck and grime is a problem, but I'm going to take it off anyway. We almost rebuilt an old car in here. One of those Volkswagen... was it a Golf or... I think it was a Golf. One of those... I don't know. It's speed racing or... not speed racing. It's... you go on a track and you go real fast between around cones like that. Boom, 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 boom. So the wheels were... the camber was like that on it, almost. And I think it was a Golf. I don't know. But that was in here for months. So this voice was used a lot on that car. Maybe we'll go now. Let's use this. No, it stops there. And it won't go any further. So I guess it's the threads underneath here that's gone. Can I thread the whole thing off then? Well, this is not going to be a video about this voice, so I guess I'll see you later. Okay? Well, I couldn't get the voice to operate. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with the threads on that thing, but there must be something. So I don't know if I can get what's it called, a thread renewer. You know what I mean? The thing you use to renew threads with. That big. I have for smaller stuff, but since I did that thing, because I had to redo almost all the bolts between the gearbox and engine on that thing. There's also one bolt broken on that thing, so it's missing a bolt between the gearbox and the engine, but that's okay. We have 7 of 8, I think, so that'll be sufficient. But let's try something else with the lawnmower. This is just for the kill switch, I guess, or something. We need to hold that thing for it to run, so I can just jerry rig something to get that to run. I think I have some. Yep. So I just hooked up this starter thing. I don't know what it's called. It's a kill switch. You need to hold that one. That pulls this, so the lawnmower will run. So I just used some. That's what I was looking for in my pocket. In there, some rebar wire for tying rebar with. So just tie this up, but I don't think this will start anyway. Oh, maybe? Well, I'll be damned! Oh, will you look at that? The old Jonsered. I told you it was reliable. It smokes a bit, but yeah! So I can cut my grass again. Let's see if whoa! Yeah, stop works. Well, we can mow the lawn now, so that's okay, I think. I guess it's not pretty, but it takes about 2.5-3 hours to mow this lawn with this thing. That's why I have a robo mower, and I can't get everywhere with a Maybe with a zero turn now I can get everywhere anyway. Because I've had one of those front mounted thingies and I've had a ride on where the deck is in the middle. But where are you going? He wants to run away. Wants to cut more. Yeah, we'll cut some more.